The engines on the island of Sodor were finding life difficult. They had a lot to learn, and they were even more busy than ever. Even the narrow gauge engines were really nervous. They had to do all sorts of jobs to keep them straight. They were also loading rocks into trucks, which took a very long time. But nobody noticed what would happen next. However, Nico was at the station with Annie and Clarabelle. He was wondering what to do next, when suddenly Samuel Jones walked up to him. He had some important news, but Nico, yes. Well, I wonder what would happen next, I suppose. Oh, look, there's Thomas. Samuel walked up to Thomas. He was so determined about this. Thomas, it's very important. I want you to be shunting trucks at the docks. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. Thomas, listen to me. The trucks must be filled with fish. Yes, sir. Later that day, Thomas was shunting trucks at the docks. He had to get them in one good line. A cargo ship had arrived with some fish, and Cranky was loading them onto the trucks. He tried to, but he didn't know what to do. Ooh! The chain's snapping! Oh no! And then the fish landed onto Thomas. The fish was in all directions, and even Thomas was covered in fish. There! That's the stinkiest smell I've ever seen. Oops, sorry, Thomas. The crane just snapped off me. Now Thomas had to be squeaky clean immediately. Later, he was at McCall Farm picking up chickens to take when Nico puffed past him. Well, Thomas, no wonder you've been covered in fish. Thomas was very nervous. Later, the narrow gauge engines had finished their work, including Duncan. Oh my. I'm glad the work's over. Just, done those rocks, I suppose. Well, I think I'll have to speak to Scully about this. And then Duncan wheezed away. Later, Bulgy and Caroline were in the car park outside the station. Then they saw something.
I say, Bulgy, why am I hearing that sound?
Well, because we're on the car park.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
Yes, indeed. It goes to me also. We cannot let this down. Well, of course, they said no more. The next morning, the engines were in the shed when they saw someone coming. It was Samuel. He had very, very bad news. Finn has been hijacked by the policeman and he's going to court on the mainland. I will be saying goodbye to him. The engines were horrified. They did not know what to happen next. Oh, well, I better see about that. And then he walked away. Well, that was strange indeed. Very strange indeed for the engines. They took Finn to Brendam Docks. And, however, Samuel Jones was glad to say goodbye to him. I'm going to have a great time on the mainland, and the police will never know. Oh, well, Finn. Well, not to worry. I'll take great care of the railway. All right, then, if you insist. Well, I had better go. Goodbye. And they took Finn away, and Nico went even more. He loved the docks. Thomas was at the junction. He was still covered in fish when Nico popped past him again. Ho, ho, ho. Poor Thomas. You never know what it's like. Thomas was even more blank than ever. He had some certain feelings. He wanted Annie and Clarabelle back. He wondered if he could always do things right.